back on the Young Turks. Anna's here with you guys and with us. And I'm going to read some tweets first.
Let's do it.
That's how we roll. Ray for Madness writes in, if Clooney's big issue is money in politics, which he said out loud, why raise money for politics? Didn't think he was that dumb. No, Rayford, that's slightly unfair. Like, again, I've never known, I don't know Clooney at all. Just let's be super clear about that, right? But his public statements appear to be all aligned with what we want. But you got to remember, and this is why I'm telling you this, there's the pre-existing relationships are the ones we don't see that are so important. A lot of these politicians have known the Clintons for decades, and they've been friends, right? And a lot of these celebrities that give money to Democrats so that Republicans don't take away gay rights and, you know, and are not horrible to African Americans. And again, all these right-minded ways of thinking have known Hillary Clinton for almost as long. So they're friends with Hillary Clinton. So it would be a big, like if your friend was running for president, no matter how much you like Bernie Sanders, you'd probably support your friend, right? Even though you think, yeah, it's terrible and I want to get money out of politics, but
no,
they believe her. They believe in her. They trust her, right or wrong.
Okay.
Okay.
I'd still vote for Bernie. I'm keeping it real. Like, if my best friend, okay, Lauren, best friend, she's going to be my maid of honor. She ran for president, and I believe in her, but I believe in Bernie more than anyone else.
Wow.
Yeah.
Anna would cut her best friend for Bernie
I
Sanders.
would. My best friend doesn't have decades in government as proof that she would do what I need her to do. Right? Bernie does.
All right. Well, it's
Love you, Lo. Sorry.
Okay, that's hardcore.
Yeah.
Now you know. That Korean gal writes in, that news segment is a freaking joke. CNN couldn't be more biased if they tried. Annette then says, Cenk is really keyed in on how people feel about politics and media. He understands these groups better than they understand themselves. Thank you, Annette, and you're totally right. No, I'll tell you why. Seriously, I know that sounds funny. But the people inside the buildings at CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, etc., they really, really believe that they're doing the right thing. They don't understand that they have been picked and put into that place for a purpose, right? And that if they spoke out in a different way, they would no longer be in that place.
Right.
Okay? And they think, I'm doing the best I can with this. These are my real opinions.
Yeah.
Nobody ever told me to do X or Y. So that's why I never did a segment on it, but when Melissa Harris Perry left MSNBC, one of the things she said is, oh, it turns out all the other people who had left were right all along. And when we were in the building, we kind of dismissed them.
Disgruntled employee.
Right.
Yeah.
Because when you're making a lot of money and somebody else is rocking the boat, you don't want to rock the boat. And you think, no, they're probably wrong. No, I'm here, I'm fine. Okay, so when they came for Martin Bashir, you didn't say anything. When they came for Ed Schultz, you didn't say anything. So when they came for you, there wasn't anybody left, right? Yeah. So, okay, that's a bit too dramatic, and sorry for referencing that poem, but you understand where I'm driving at. Finally, George Colombo says, the idea that throwing dollar bills at the Clinton motorcade is somehow sexist is the most cynical, disingenuous charge I have ever heard. George, I don't disagree with you. It is completely disingenuous, hurts the cause of the enormously real sexism there is in the country, and it does it for a political gain. So I hope they're happy.
The thing about Hillary that drives me crazy in this particular story is that she thinks the young voters that support Bernie so much are going to hear the word sexism and they're immediately going to get turned off to Bernie and they're going to be like, oh, he must be. No, it has nothing to do with the fact that you're a woman. If you were a male candidate, they would do the same thing.
So one super last thing on this, okay, guys, because this is important. The Hillary Clinton people are savvy, right? So they know they don't have to win on that sexism charge. All they got to do is change the debate. The debate was, hey, Hillary Clinton seems to be taking a lot of money at this Clooney fundraiser, and Howard Gold and other Bernie supporters did a wonderful job pointing that out by throwing money at her, showing how ridiculous this is, that in that House, they'll be throwing a lot more money at her. That's a debate she can't win, right, based on the facts. So instead, they throw a sexism charge at Bernie Sanders, and they change to a dialogue where Bernie Sanders can't win. Because the conversation is about, are you sexist or are you not sexist? Well, in that conversation, We're not talking about the money anymore.
I know.
We're not talking about the donors anymore. And all people are hearing, 90% of people that are not diving into the issue is they see the headline about connecting Sanders and sexism, and the Hillary Clinton sit back and snicker. Ha ha, got you.
I know, but they can try to change the narrative as much as they want. The reality is the demographic that they're looking to affect the most, the one that they're reaching out to the most, which is young millennial voters, they know their shit and they do pay attention, right? So they know that this is just a distraction by the Hillary camp. And they know that she's just using it as a way to not have to answer any real questions regarding why they threw the money at her, right?
I think that, look, I think they've pretty much given up on young voters. They talk about them so dismissively. Hillary Clinton will literally dismiss them to their face.
I know, yeah,
when they come up to her and ask her a question, she'll be like, I'm so sick of the Sanders lies. She'll do hands motions like this. And, you know, and you remember the woman who was Somali in Minnesota, let alone the woman who came to her, you know, had the audacity to pay $500 as a donor to attend her fundraiser, and then they escorted her out of the building, the African-American girl, young woman,
yeah,
right?
the Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, and so all these things, no, what they want to do is change the news cycle. So for those people not paying a lot of attention, still getting their news from dumb TV without diving into any of the issues online, right? Well, so the older in their camp, generally speaking, the young are not going to vote for them no matter what. They're going for the middle-aged. They're like, if you're middle-aged and are not paying a lot of attention, that's the voter Hillary Clinton would love to trick, right? So don't talk about all the money I'm raising and all the banks that gave me money to do their bidding, let alone all the celebrities and everyone else. Shh, sexist. Well, you're going to hurt the women's causes, right?
Totally.
Yeah, I don't care. As long as I win, I'm with me. That's Hillary Clinton's slogan. And think about that super last thing. Okay.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
I know. You're right. That's the one thing I lie about. When I say last thing, that's my only lie. Okay. So the chance, and I was just at the Brooklyn debate, the chances are I'm with her. I'm with her. What chant is that? Like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
Right? The chants on the other side are about getting money out of politics, on policy issues. Her whole slogan is, no. It's the cult of personality. Hillary Clinton is awesome. I'm with her. I'm with her. I'm with her. And if you say, hey, wait a minute, maybe the donors are affecting her. How dare you question her integrity? I am with her.
And the cult of personality thing, I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm in my own bubble and I'm super biased. Like, what personality? Like, I haven't seen any authentic personality from her. Like, I don't really understand what that means. Like, Bernie Sanders, in his unpolished, off-the-cuff way, demonstrates his personality, right? Hillary Clinton, on the other hand, is super polished, is a veteran politician. I mean, Bernie is as well, but he doesn't come off as one. And everything she does is super rehearsed. I mean, you don't really see much of her personality. She said some pretty terrible things about Monica Lewinsky, by the way, that I'm going to get to later on in the show.
All right.
Which, by the way, I would probably say mean things about her, too.
Okay. Okay, we'll get to that in a second. Okay, so if you want to talk to us throughout the live show, hashtag TYT Live. Obviously, we read your tweets on air and comment on them fairly exhaustively.
Yes.
Okay, and that's tytnetwork.com/live to watch the show live.